YouTube, we back. And make sure you check out the last reaction we did on the page, and also sub to the page if you like reactions and stuff like this. Today, I got something new, so you know what that means. So YouTube, today I got 15 of the most unusual sports that you may find. And honestly, I was intrigued. We gotta watch this. We got fake Quidditch first.
Fields. Harry Potter
Only
fans
thing you gotta
so
do is
captivated by the airborne sport
go to Walmart, Family Dollar, your local store,
so
and get you a
need a fine
broomstick.
broomstick to play this version
You
of
can be
Quidditch.
with the team,
and
bro.
believe it or not, people can get.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. The 2-star athlete that I was, I may be good as hell in this, bro. I may be good as shit. Let's get back to reaction.
Just typically play on a field hockey pitch or hold brooms between their legs as they run around trying to catch the claw.
It's stupid now.
Avoid the bludgers and, of course, snag that
It's
illustrious
stupid.
golden
It's
snitch.
stupid enough for me.
But seeing and run around the field as fast and as frenzied as their muggle legs will let them go.
But I got one question out of this whole thing. How do you score? How do you score? You can't pick the ball up. I saw them kicking the ball around and there was hoops everywhere. How do you score? So
this form of
you just
Quidditch
running
started out
around
at a few colleges in the United
for
States.
no reason.
But when words sometimes
Oh, never mind. He picking up the ball. Oh, boy, you can pick up the ball.
Number 14.
Oh shoot, I might play this.
Crawl.
Now this is stupid.
Unless you're from South, have spent a good
You
amount
wouldn't
of time
catch me
there,
nowhere near
chances
this.
are you've never heard of this wild sport.
All you need is somebody trying to dive, and next thing you know, a foot come across, and you Antonio Brown after that.
Crawl
You
is
just
like
Antonio Brown.
volleyball, except the athletes can only use.
Shout out
because of
Antonio
these
Brown.
rules,
He was
the
one
game
of my
is also
favorite.
fittingly known
One of my
as
favorite
kick
receivers.
volleyball. And if you think this sport is no easy feat to perfectly aim a ball,
Just
just
imagine
using about anything but your hands.
Somebody kicking the
These
ball,
strong yet nimble
and it's
players
just going
managed to
straight
pull it
at
off.
your head. Do you
See,
duck?
Dr. Craw officially kicked off
I'm
in
that type of
1945,
dude
and
that
it wasn't
hit
until the
that.
mid-1980s teams
Yeah, I'm
entered the
ducking.
fray. Some sports also allow us to show off just how strong.
So we really out here just shot putting tunas now. Just for pure entertainment, we out here just shot putting tunas.
At. Tuna tossing began in South
All
Australia,
right,
in
yeah.
the small fishing community of Port
Shot
Lincoln.
putting tunas
Whether
now.
they came up with the idea because they were bored or had too much
Yeah.
tuna is
My
anybody's
boy,
guess.
you was bored as
The
fuck.
stories say that it was
You was too
inspired
bored.
by the local. They decided to make it
My
an
boy, you ever heard of
attraction at a
Indeed?
local festival. The rules of tuna tossing are quite
Go
simple.
ahead, get you a
Whoever can throw
part-time,
one
bro.
20-pound tuna the farthest is the guess.
Question is, how you gonna cook
Festival and sport are
it?
still going on to
You-
this day.
you still gonna
but
cook that
officials
when
have
you get
found
to
a
the
way
house?
keep things a little cleaner, and maybe even some.
Hey, YouTube. Question. Y'all still cooking that tuna when y'all get to the house? For the fam?
The
For the fam.
participants chuck around a giant rubber fish and toe wrestling.
Now, I think this is one of the stupidest things that you may see online anywhere. Like, why would I
There's
want to
Greco-Roman
lock my
wrestling.
feet
There's arm and even
with
thumb
your
wrestling.
feet?
But toe wrestling? Yeah, you heard that right. Toe wrestling.
And I don't
isn't
even
all
know
that
the
different
opposite
from
of the
arm
game.
wrestling.
What am I,
Only this
pushing your
time
foot,
around,
or
players are doing their best to
what are
pin
you,
their
breaking my
opponent's
toe?
toes for 3 seconds.
Them boys
If
breaking
you're
each
competing
other's
in this
toes,
unusual
bro.
sport, this one is done barefoot.
Come
Players
on
have to
now,
alternate
really?
between their left and right feet over 3 rounds in this winner-take-all style event.
No,
alternate
look at the
between their
dude.
left.
Look at the dude toe, bro. It is purple. Hey, he putting a lot of force into that.
Left and right feet over, and for those with a true competitive
So
spirit, the world toe wrestling.
basically, if you wear size 15, you won. If you wear size 15, you won. Well, Shaq, we got another sport you good at.
Dog eating contest.
This ain't
This
new.
one isn't so rare, but when it comes down
This
to
ain't
it,
new.
a hot dog eating contest is
Yo.
downright unusual.
Y'all remember that episode of King of the Hill where Dale was crushing them fucking hot dogs?
Talent. Look, I'll go 2 at a time.
What kind of shit is that?
In such a short
I'd
amount
be
of
some
time, and
skinny
how much
ass dude
preparation
coming
they
up
put into
killing
the
like
event.
300 hot
The only
dogs.
rule in
And
this funky
yo,
sport is to eat as much as you can in
he's
10
the dude
minutes.
that's the champion.
Most people can maybe eat
That
a
skinny
handful,
ass dude
but
over
hot dog
there.
legends like Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut can wolf down about 7
Like that dude right there. On the dude to the right.
76 in
Eat
that
your ass
same
out of
time
house
span.
and a home.
People out there have done the math.
House
calculated
and a
that
home.
Chess Hayashi is just 5 foot 8 inches
hot
tall.
dogs.
And despite some yo-yoing, weighs about 130 pounds.
Is that? Why
And
would
run
I
the
even do
annual
that?
Nathan's hot
I
dog
wouldn't
eating
want to do
contest
that.
at Coney Island versus horse marathons. It is
Man versus horse marathons. I think I'm just gonna, you know what? And I refuse to put y'all through that. So we gonna skip that. Man versus horses. We gonna skip that.
What kind of shit is that?
There are some
this is
sports
something
out there
that
really don't leave their small towns.
I'ma have to hit the weight
and
room.
Wife carrying
I'm gonna have to hit the weight room for a cool 2 months, but I can do this.
Carrying has somehow managed to
Oh yeah, I
gain
can do
some
this.
global appeal. The unusual began in Finland with the 19th century
Shoot.
local legend of
Oh,
Ronkainen
white
the robber.
buck
The
25
story
ish.
says that Ronkainen and his group of robbers lived in the forest
got it.
and would sneak into towns to steal food. Doesn't really matter at this point because
Kinda
wife
shit.
carrying is here to stay. The rules are quite simple. Men carry a woman through
Oh, yeah,
an
I'm done.
obstacle
Never mind.
course, and whoever has the fastest time is the winner.
Never mind, we both drowned.
There are
We both
apparently
done. We both done. We both drowned. We both drowned. It's done. I am not the winner.
carry your
I'm
wife
probably
too.
in last place.
There's the classic piggyback Estonian style, where she's upside down with her legs over his neck and shoulders.
If you ain't Estonian,
Hey,
you
whatever
ain't
works.
nothing, bro.
The
You
wife
gotta go
carrying
Estonian.
World Championship is held every year and welcomes
You gotta
state
go hang
champions
style.
from Great Britain, Australia,
So if you
Germany,
fuck up, she could just
Estonia,
hang you
and
right
even
there.
the United States. Bog snorkeling.
Yeah, this is something that I
Sometimes
would never
sports
do.
can get
Yep.
a little dirty.
You know.
It's play-
Look at me. That's something that I wouldn't do right there.
Played rain or shine,
No.
sleet or snow.
No.
And you, of
That's your
course, run
damn
the
mind.
risk of getting sandy when you play some playing in a bog. Well, that's exactly
That's a
what
swamp.
bog snorkeling is. And while you may not be rolling around the mud and gunk,
Yo.
participants are certainly getting down and dirty in there.
What if you scared of
Another odd
crocodiles or some
sport with
shit?
roots in a Welsh town.
I know y'all ain't doing
Bog
that in Florida.
snorkelers are decked out in their flippers and snorkeling gear and have to complete 2 lengths of the 60-yard trench. It may
I know they ain't
sound
doing that in
easy,
Florida.
but to make it harder, you're not allowed to use your hands. Feet
Hmm?
only. Couple that with the fact that you're actually looking at one tough sport, no
Ugh.
matter how silly it may look to the untrained eye.
What kind
And
of
every
shit
year
is
in the
that?
town of Llanurted Wells, Wales, there.
No.
Extreme ironing.
What the fuck is extreme ironing? What is that?
This extreme sport involves the participants
Oh, so
packing up
extreme
their wrinkled
ironing
clothes, ironing board and
is
iron, and hauling
doing
them to the
anything
most remote or
while
dangerous
ironing.
location they can find.
This man was on a
From there,
trampoline
they
while
get to
ironing.
ironing.
Like,
Extreme
what-
ironing
what-
manages to mix extreme outdoor
He got his-
activities
he
and
got his
boring
water.
chores to a great way to get
got your
people
starch,
out
bro?
of the house, and perhaps even a better way to get
She
those
starts
shirts
some.
pressed
She
just
started
right.
some pants now.
Some of the most notable performances were done after a tough rock climb in forests
Nah.
on a canoe.
So you telling me he climbed a mountain to iron some pants and a shirt? Oh boy, you the winner.
Canoe
You the
on
winner.
top of statues, underwater, and even while skiing and parachuting. And you can either iron on your own or
What if you work at GameStop or something? Or fucking accountant or something. And he rock climbing the iron clothes. Come on.
with a small team. Iron Man.
I think that's him right there again.
Cheese rolling.
Well,
The
this
first
is
ever
just stupid.
recorded
Right here.
cheese
This
race
is just
happened back
straight
in
up stupid. Right here.
1826. But even that account said that this has been going on for
Oh, that
even
man
longer.
flipped on his neck.
The annual Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling
This is-
and Wake
yeah,
event
this
takes
is how
place
you-
in Gloucester, England. The rules
I
are
got it
pretty
now.
simple. A 9-pound Gloucester double cheese round is sent
Just
rolling
sending
down a
you a
200-yard
cheese
long
roll.
hill. The hill is so steep that if you're
That's
standing
the only
at
way
top,
you'll catch me
you
doing
can't
some
even
shit
see the
like this.
slope.
The
cheese
judge got to
round
sentence
combined
me
with
to
the
do
slope
that.
makes the round travel at a top speed of 70 miles
Only way
an
to
hour,
avoid
which
jail.
can be
Would you
pretty
cheese
dangerous
roll?
for the spectators
Would you
standing
cheese
at the
roll
bottom
to
of the
avoid
hill.
jail time?
The
And what's the
participants wait
best?
at
What's the
top
best
and
strategy
cheese
of
is given a
cheese
head
rolling
start,
this?
but once that thing starts rolling, flying, everyone runs down the
I think
hill
I
as
found
fast
it.
as they can.
I think we
but the
found it. That
hill
dude
is
to the
so
right. You see
treacherous
that?
They mostly
You see that?
everyone runs down the hill as fast as they can.
You
That's
see
when
that?
the bodies start flying. But the hill is so
He-
treacherous
that's
that they
successful.
mostly fall,
His
roll,
neck
and
is good
tumble.
and everything.
This sport is actually incredibly
Nah, that
dangerous
dude,
for
he
everyone
just-
involved.
he just wanted to break
Injury
his
is
neck. You
very-
see that?
This sport is actually incredibly but the winner gets not just the bragging rights,
Yeah,
but
about the
cheese
stupidest shit
round
in the
too,
world.
and perhaps the funkiest part of the Cooper pub.
Yeah, y'all good
Number
with that
5, unicycle hockey.
one. So y'all know what that mean. This one might be. This is something that I might be intrigued in right here.
Pretty tough sport. First, you have check
unicycle.
The occasional fist fight.
Don't ask me, do I know how to unicycle? No.
What people did when they created the
this is
unusual
what,
yet aptly named
so that man
sport of
swerving?
unicycle hockey.
Huh?
You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out just
Never mind, they got a kid out there. I can do this. Yeah,
unicycles, grab
I can do this.
Stick, and go to town. There are 5 players per team, and the biggest rule here is that both feet must be on the unicycle at all times. The arena.
Yeah, I think I can see myself doing this right here.
Really, nigga?